Sweetest Thing, it was written during the album sessions for the Joshua Tree. We forgot about it until this compilation record we put together of our A-sides and B-sides of the Aces.
The sweetest thing.
There's about 15 moments that kind of crystallized 15 songs that have 10 years later actually stood the test of time.
We have to accept, I think, the fact that there's people out there who aren't familiar with our work in the 80s.
All is quiet on New Year's Day.
It's not really an autobiography, it's more just little tiny Polaroids, just moments captured down through that 10-year period that
you sort of realise why you didn't give it up 10 years earlier, because you really have so much left to prove.
Pre-86 or 87, it was a DOS, and then after that it got a bit serious. Sweetest Thing was a situation where we got it up and we were looking at it because we knew we hadn't really finished it, and Edge came up with a couple of extra chords.
well, it was actually the one song that we always felt that we could have nailed better than we did. It was, in my mind, it was always a pop song, and I just felt we could do it better.
Then somebody asked for an album, and away you go.
This video is Bono's apology to his wife Ali, in a way that only Bono can apologise.
We like to think that they like us, so that's what they've asked us to do.
Well, I mean, you can't really beat the lemon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, four men in a sort of mirror ball lemon, I mean, you can't really top that. I mean, this is close, but it's not quite it.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought, like, we'd either end up working with animals or whatever, because it's kind of a circus anyway, the whole U2 thing.
It's not really an autobiography, it's more just little tiny Polaroids, just moments captured down through that 10-year period that have remained fresh and special and unique.
We have to accept, I think, the fact that there's people out there who aren't familiar with our work in the 80s. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of people who are into U2 that came into U2 on Actung Baby and Suropa. But there's something that really rings true about the songs, and you know, it's kind of ecstatic music. That's what I look at. It's so high, you know, and in a good way high. Do you know what I mean by high? Like uplifting.
I mean, the whole idea behind doing this greatest hits, and something we've wanted to do for a couple of years, is just to clear out. You know, every band does their greatest hits normally after 2 or 3 years, and you know, we waited a long time, and it feels right. It's the right time for us to do this.
For me, it was like, this is our first album, it might be our last one, and then we got to make 2 albums and then 3, and it slowly, you know, began to kind of realize that we were halfway through the 80s by then. So it was something that we just didn't know where it would go. And the pressure wasn't really on us until after Joshua Tree, when we were playing stadiums, and doing stadium tours is hard work. So pre-86 or 87, it was a DOS, and then after that it got a bit serious.
We're always striving to, you know, to do something different and to be on that cutting edge. And we don't feel that we've actually finished what we started. And like, it's like this unfinished business. And that's why we still do it. There's stuff left for us to do.
The B-sides are really important. It's like they're more revealing. A lot of times we wrote them in the middle of the night as we were recording them, usually being thrown out of studios and people, you know, knocking on the door and saying you have to leave and we don't have a B-side. And it's a bit like a photograph, like a Polaroid. You know, you didn't take that much care in putting it together, but it captures a moment and it tells a story.
There was a lot more material to kind of have a look at, and some of it was pretty unfinished, so it was quite hard to go through it again, but I think what we ended up with was really good.
Those B-side packages were really for U2 fans or for people who were into what U2 were into, whatever that was. And so there was a greater license to put whatever we liked. And the funny thing is that on the B-sides collection, we've got nearly everything.
I'm very happy to be able to, you know, say that I like this group of songs that we've put out, both the A-sides and the B-sides, because I feel they do actually still hold true, and I think that they've dated well.
It was written during the album sessions for the Joshua Tree, and it was Ali's birthday, and I didn't make it for the birthday. I wanted to write her a little sweet song, but it ended up a little bit sour. As all the best love songs are, I can't write the straight love songs. They make me want to throw up.
Sweetest Thing was a situation where we got it up and we were looking at it because we knew we hadn't really finished it, and Edge came up with a couple of extra chords, and it was a really quick thing, so we went, yeah, let's stick them in.
Well, it was actually the one song that we always felt that we could have nailed better than we did. It was, in my mind, it was always a pop song, and I just felt we could do it better. We went in for like a couple of days to try rewriting, and Bono re-sang, and we remixed it. And it kind of came together very quickly at the end, and, you know, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Well, I mean, you can't really beat the lemon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 4 men in a sort of mirror ball lemon, I mean, you can't really top that. I mean, this is close, but it's not quite it.
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I always thought, like, we'd either end up working with animals or whatever, because it's kind of a circus anyway, the whole U2 thing.
You know, it's an honour for us lads to be involved with the U2 fellas, you know what I mean? We've met them a few times, and we've had a few drinks with them, we've been out, we've had a few parties, and they're a great bunch of lads. We seem to get on very well with them, so we like to think that they like us, so that's what they've asked us to do.
This is U2, this is probably the greatest band in the world. And if they, you know, if they would ask you, I mean, not ask you, request would I mind coming out, I mean, that to me is an absolute honour, and I was delighted to come out and do it. I haven't given them my fee yet, but I thought I'd wait until the video was actually made and finished being produced, and therefore they cannot refuse it, you know, so.
Well, no, she's used to doing this sort of thing. She's done a few pop videos before.
I don't know why I'm not panicking, but I'm not panicking because it's difficult in one sense and not in another. The actual shot is very, very simple. What happens within the shot is very, very complex.
as you will see hopefully when it's finished. It's basically choreographing something like the opening sequence of Private Ryan within 2 minutes 52 seconds. Up until maybe 4 days ago, this shoot was taking place in a barbershop and was something completely different. We came over last Friday to discuss that particular shoot with our producer, and during the discussion it progressed from a small barbershop called Cecil's, featuring the band sat at the back, to herds of elephants coming through Dublin, and the producer's eyes were glazing over. Beautiful moment. This video is Bono's apology to his wife Ali, in a way that only Bono can apologise.
It's an amazing thing to have her turn up in the video, but as I say, she did it for cash. Hard cash is the only reason she did it, and I know she's got, you know, the best intentions for that cash with her various things she does, the Chernobyl Children's Project and that, but she drives a hard bargain.
Looser.
It's up on the left-hand side, or right-hand side on the
Well, I
shelf.
think we have to. This is
No, we need to put a mag
loose,
on and
isn't it?
stuff, yeah.
I keep going.
No.
I'll go right back to the
We're going right to the beginning now. I'm going to try and get you moving because the...
Hello there, pop star wanted.
Who are you doing?
Tired old rock star looking for pop star. Getting very hot and bothered and tired.
We start. Oh, I want to give you this. That's the cassette. So the action starts with you getting into the wagon, picking up the boombox.
You calling my wife a wagon?
What is it exactly that you do?
I'm losing you. I'm losing you. In love, the sweetest thing.
Well, I was in the studio working and I had to miss it. So instead of wrote this tune and the band played on it for a birthday gift. It's supposed to be a sweet song, but it's a little bit sour.
Idea! Yeah! Eternal fire, she turned me to strong. The sweetest thing.
Made him blink, Larry. You made him blink.
The river dance.
applause for the elephant.